All right, it's Friday and it means it's check-in day. What did I get done this week, and where am I at? So I screwed up last week. Don't you love it when we do that? So I'm going to share with you how I screwed up and what I did in my agency to fix that so that I can take this screw up as a fall forward instead of a fall backward. So I made some changes to my processes that will help me recover from this mistake. So be sure to watch to the end. That's where I'm going to be extremely transparent there. But let's go ahead and jump right into this week's topic, which is what happened this week. How did I move my business forward based off of the appointments and the tasks that I actually did this week? So let's start with Monday. Monday was Memorial Day, so I didn't do anything. I enjoyed my Memorial Day. I enjoyed that whole full weekend with my family, and just like before, I have no regrets from doing that. That's time with that we can't get back. So I loved that. On Tuesday, it was a little bit unique. So a week or two prior, this guy named Mike reached out to me. He lives in and around the Kansas City area where my agency is housed, and I just got a DM randomly kind of rolled into my feed of, hey, I keep seeing you everywhere because I am very publicly facing with my social media presence and featuring restaurants and local businesses. And so he kept seeing my content everywhere. And so he wanted to connect as a networking. And it turns out that some of those places that I was visiting, they were his customers. So I was very intrigued. So on Tuesday, I went to coffee with Mike, of course, doing my research first to make sure that I was safe in doing so. So we went out for coffee for that. And he was inviting me to his networking group of individuals. And he wanted me to be a part of that. So kind of like, it isn't the Chamber of Commerce his group, and it's slightly different than a BNI group, but very similar to a BNI group. So I think it's more of an independent group. So anyway, so we had a sit down together to talk about that, talk about the benefits. How does that work in their group? I grew and learned a lot from that. And if you remember that this week here, I just posted a video all about the Chamber of Commerce. So I'll be sure to stick a link right up here somewhere, where you can pop over there and see the different ways and benefits of joining groups like that can actually help your agency. So anyway, I went out to meet him and kind of find out what he does. He does POS sales. So we weren't overlapping each other, and we can absolutely benefit by referring business to one another. So that was really cool. And then further down on that same day is actually when I did that interview with AJ, and that's where this link is coming from. And AJ previously was talking and sharing with me all about the ways that he utilizes the Chamber of Commerce to become solidly known in his community as an authority figure in an agency, an actual real business. And so he uses the Chamber of Commerce to do so. And so he goes into great detail about the benefits of doing so. So you'll definitely don't miss out on that video. So that was a whole day where I was just learning about networking and about, I knew the importance of it, but different opportunities that are in my neighborhood. On Wednesday, I had a pitch meeting from a nutrition shop here in town. I think they're going to be a great match. The pitch went really great. I think she was 100% on board, but the objection there that I typically face and struggle with is, but I don't want to jump the gun too soon, or I just really need to look at those finances to make sure that this actually fits into my budget. I am not strong in sales, so handling that objection, dude, if you have advice, throw it in the comments. I could really use some advice on that situation, where they just want to go back and look at their numbers, right? And balance those books. And now I'm playing follow up. So I went and visited their little nutrition shop, got my little tea, had another conversation, and she's going to reach out to me next week. So we set an appointment for follow up. But anyway, fun times. And then I went and I featured a local business owner for a jewelry boutique. So I got my little bling on that she ended up gifting me. And right at that meeting, I went ahead and I did something a little different. Instead of asking for a follow-up meeting to tell them about what I do, I was like, I noticed that they were slow. Do you have, 20, 30 minutes so we can just talk now, or we can schedule something? And lo and behold, she wanted to talk right then. So I just went to my car, grabbed my laptop. I, was able to log into the platform, create her example cards, and while we were just, it looked literally to her, it looked like my computer was still loading. It was that fast. And then all of a sudden I had a personalized plan for her up and running in less than 5 minutes from the time that she told me, let's talk now, until the pitch. So that was really great. And I closed the deal. And by the time I drove all the way home, my little phone went bling, 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 new account. And I just got paid. And she went ahead and paid for the full year in advance. So that was really great. After that closed, which was a really great day, I then went to a networking event. So that Mike fellow from Tuesday, he invited me to an actual networking event that they were having for their group, which was free to come and check out for the first time. I did that, passed out my cards, talked to so many people that live near and around me, small business owners, the owners of those businesses, and it was all about networking, sharing what would each other do. I booked a couple of appointments to feature their businesses. So that to me means that the next step is I'll have an opportunity to pitch to them formally. So that will be great. On Thursday, yesterday I had a feature at a Greek restaurant. They reached out to me again. Now that I'm kind of doing these features on a regular basis, businesses are reaching out to me too. So a Greek restaurant reached out to me and had me come out and feature them yesterday. And we have our appointment set up so that I can actually do my pitch meeting with them next week. So I'm excited and jazzed about that. I did a lot of follow-up calls yesterday. And then today I have my onboarding meeting with that boutique because they've already paid. She wants to get launched right away. She's very excited about it. So I will have that later on in just a bit here today. And I have a couple of follow-up phone calls, which leads me to my mistake. Okay, so last week I was so excited to announce that I had 2 new customers because in that pitch meeting, yes, Amanda, we definitely want to move forward. I can't wait. Send us the link, the email with the information so we can submit payment. They didn't submit payment. They didn't follow through. They went from super excited to crickets. So I didn't get 2 new clients last week. Well, not yet. So now I'm in the phase of follow-up and chasing them. And so fall forward. How am I going to fix this situation? So my processes before was pitch meeting, get the verbal yes, awesome blossom. Great. I'm going to text or email you, whatever, the onboarding steps so that we can do next steps. All you have to do is submit payment and we will be on our way. And so normally that works without a problem. 2 times last week and all of a sudden it didn't work. They didn't do the follow through. So I made a change to my pitch deck. And instead, after they give that verbal yes, it goes to the next slide, which is a QR code. So everybody has their phone on them. They can just scan the QR code, make the selection of their subscription payment to me. And then we can schedule while we're sitting there together, our onboarding meeting together. So that hopefully will be a very easy solution to that error. It's all right. The chef is still excited. I did get a hold of him yesterday. He, restaurant owners specifically drag their feet. They're just known for that. So I think fixing this problem is going to be the key to not experiencing that again, or at least reducing it. So that was my week. Not terrible. Definitely successful. It was still a week of moving forward. I think looking into next week, I'd love to say I have a whole bunch of features, but I don't have as many features as I'd love. So I'm going to see if I can't get some scheduled this week. Remember, featuring people and businesses on my social media platform is my way of asking them if I can tell them how I do. So that really is my step 1 of getting my foot in the door, warming up a relationship is really what that's all about. And then the door is open to me for pitching. So I need to get a couple more interviews on next week's schedule.